Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the Super Split Screen Brothers. Joining me is my wonderful Wonder Bat denier, Jared from Comics League.
Yeah, I was trying to right now when you said Wonder Bat tonight, I was trying to link like a Earth is flat comment to Wonder Bat, but I couldn't figure out how to do that.
It's about as flat as Lois Lane's chest.
It's about as flat as Lois Lane's the character. There you go, got it.
Got him.
I had to. I had to.
Yep. So, Jared, you're kind of moving us along here. So, what you been playing, playa?
I've been continuing my playthrough of Arkham Origins. I just started the mystery of who the Joker is. And so basically what I'm doing is I'm playing through all 4 Arkham games just to like refresh myself in the story and loving it as part of my training for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Even though I'll probably be still in the middle of it when the game comes out, I just might as well. Actually, no, I won't because it got delayed another year. So, okay, we're good. So this is my prep for that, at least story-wise, and just in time. So what's up, dude?
What's up?
Yeah, so I've been playing. Arkham Origins for prep for, and I've been. I was reading some Exo Man of War comics. I was also checking out some. I started reading Batman: The Death in the Family, and now I'm going to Batman Under the Red Hood. I got both trades the last time I went to my LCS, so I was like, I might as well just read the whole story.
So,
I don't know why Jay Heat left.
Oh, so you know what they say. Jared with prep time is unbeatable.
Yes, exactly. Me on prep time. So yeah,
and
that's
speaking of Death in the Family. Sorry, I just have to show this right quick. Just a very cheap plug. Very cheap plug.
Okay.
I just made this.
All right, but anyway, so that's in terms of TV shows. What I've been doing is binging through The Big Bang Theory. Just enjoying that show because I like it. I know it gets like a bad rap, but I enjoy it.
Yeah, that's definitely a good show. That's definitely a good show.
Mm-hmm.
So as for myself,
that's nice.
Not bad. Mm-hmm. So as for myself, I've been playing Resident Evil 2 Remake and really enjoying that. It's really crazy, like how much your playstyle really changes when Mr. X first appears. Like you're playing the game, just going through it, running around everywhere, just doing whatever. All of a sudden, Mr. X appears. It's like you're literally just walking everywhere. You're afraid to pop your gun. Every time you open it, it's like, holy crap! It like becomes an entirely different game once Mr. X appears. And I honestly, like the game was kind of feeling a little bit too easy before Mr. X appears. And like now that I know he's kind of just stalking the halls and like any moment he could pop out, it makes it a lot more thrilling.
There's definitely a difficulty increase when you get to that point of the game. And your first playthrough really makes it worth it. It's kind of a drag starting out, but when you get to that level...
Yeah, plus I'm doing Leon's scenario first, which, of the two is like the harder one because from what I understand with Claire, after I think the police station or something, Mr. X actually is gone. So, but whereas with Leon, Mr. X talks to you like throughout most of the game. So, and like I think he's like the final boss or something.
That's kind of like in Gears of War because when you encounter a berserker for the first time, you gotta walk everywhere and don't make a single sound because it's blind and it finds you by sound. So it's like what I would do is I would throw a grenade in the opposing room and it would run into the other room so I can just keep running.
Yeah, I could get that. Yeah,
it's nuts.
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
I was literally just thinking of that exact reference, Jakey.
Oh, and Jared, check your DM when you get a chance on Twitter.
Yeah,
all right. And then as for what I've been watching, I just recently finished up season 2 Superman and Lois. Not as good as season 1, which season 1 I freaking loved. Season 2 was still pretty solid. Did have a few they kind of upped the melodrama a little bit, but overall it was pretty decent. Now I'm going on to Stargirl season 3, and it's good. It's kind of the usual like Stargirl fare. It's really kind of a whiplash going from Superman and Lois to Stargirl, where like Superman and Lois is played like completely straight, like it's just very serious show, whereas Stargirl is very tongue in cheek and campy. It's it's very much like a tonal whiplash. It's very weird.
Mm-hmm. Wait till you get to the Titans crossover, which is nothing.
Yeah, that was a glorified filler episode.
People expected the Titans Stargirl crossover to be like more substantial. It's not. The substantial part is the Titans Doom Patrol crossover in the last season.
Well, Doom Patrol was more of a backdoor pilot. Titans was just a filler.
No,
episode.
I'm talking about the last season, because they do a Doom Patrol crossover again.
Okay.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but my headcanon is the Doom Patrol in the Titans universe is not the same Doom Patrol from the show. It's like a different, like they separate it on a different Earth.
Okay.
Yeah, they do, but with this particular episode that they were doing, they're playing around with Beast Boy being able to traverse like the multiverse through the red. And I think what happens, because this confused the hell out of me, because I thought that too. I think that Beast Boy pulled the Doom Patrol and like Starfire into one little world that they were trapped in for the episode. So that's why you have like Cyborg on this Doom Patrol.
Yeah.
By the way, the dude who plays Cyborg, he nails it.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Why wasn't he on Titans? Like, seriously.
I don't know.
See, that's like the weirdest thing. It's like Cyborg has never really been like a Doom Patrol person. Beast Boy is. Like, Beast Boy was literally, originally a Doom Patrol person.
Yeah, but he's more iconic on the Titans. That I can understand. But you could just have Doom Patrol without either. They've proven they can stand on their own.
But what I will say, what was so cool, they finally called Beast Boy Changeling. And that was his, for those who don't know, that was his original, like, code name.
Actually,
really?
His original nickname was Beast Boy. But in the 80s...
he rebranded the Changeling. It's a common misconception.
Yeah, because like Beast Boy was like, oh, that's my kid name. Like, I want to be Changeling because I'm an adult now. Like, Marv Wolfman called him Changeling in the 80s, and he only really started to become Beast Boy again with the 2000s show.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a synergy for that.
So there was about 20 or so years, like from the 80s and the 90s, where he was Changeling, but didn't get changed back to Beast Boy until the 2000 show, kind of thing.
I see. That makes sense.
And didn't
Sorry, Teen Titans is like one of my favorite series ever. So like you're talking to like
I got you. I know.
But didn't Dark Crisis try to make him rebrand as Changeling again, and it just didn't work?
Oh, you mean Fitzmartin couldn't write a good comic book? Are you really kidding me?
Why? How is that a burn? That's true. That's the honest to God truth.
And by the way, JD, because you mentioned Megan Fitzmartin, I have to say this. You mentioned the series that person wrote. That still counts. And by the way,
why did you say that name?
All right, give Jahid an F off Bard.
Okay, where is that? I don't think you sent me that as part of the clips that you sent me.
I thought I did. I'll have to change that.
Well, just have it sent to me, and I'll put it in.
Moment's gone. It's not like I said Dark Crisis. No, I'm not finishing that sentence. No,
don't you dare! I have my finger on the trigger.
That's what she said.
So anyway. So anyway, do we do what Jahid's playing, or are we good?
Well, yeah, he is a member of this panel, so we need to ask him.
Yeah, I've been playing. I'm actually able to play SWTOR again, thankfully. Even though it's probably not as good as if I had 64-bit software, I'm still able to play the game itself. So I'll take that as a win. So I'm starting that up again. Also, I'm playing Batman, the Telltale series. I think I should be done with that within the next few videos, and then I'll start on the Enemy Within. And whether I'll upload Shadow Mode 2, I haven't decided yet.
Wait, you're still on a 32-bit system?
Yep, my current laptop is still technically within a 32-bit system because I tried it with the new update. It didn't say I had a 64-bit, so I'm either above a 32 or right at a 32.
What is your laptop from? 2008?
It's a gaming PC. It's a game PC. I have Windows 10 and Windows 10, Windows 11. I'm up to date. I just don't have 64-bit software. It didn't come with 64-bit software.
See, it's like you gotta have like some like Chinese knockoff like gaming laptop because like they stopped making new 32-bit systems in like the late 2000s. So like I'm not blaming you. I'm just trying to understand.
No, this is just a situation that I'm in. Did end up with a Chinese knockoff and just didn't know it.
Yeah, we can talk about this some other time, but
definitely. Let's get back on topic.
Stay on target.
That's what we need for. That's what we need for a drop, Nick.
Yes. I will look into that.
All right. So, what else are you playing, J Heat?
Okay, I talked about Telltale. I've talked about The Enemy Within. I'm planning that as well. I have been playing. Well, I'm not going to put this on the channel, but I have played Star Wars: The Old Republic, the original. And then I realized SWTOR really screwed up Revan's story going back.
Yes. Oh, yes. Wait. I have a drop for that one. Hang on. Where is that? Okay. So this was my reaction to what you just said, J Heat. Hang on. Where is it? I can't find it. All right. I'm just going to use this one.
J Heat, have you played Jedi Academy?
Yes.
Okay.
I played Jedi Academy as well.
I played it when it originally came out, so it's been a few years.
It's really good, especially with mods.
Oh yes.
And if you're looking for mods, I really recommend Knights of the Force. It basically turns Jedi Academy into a sandbox game. So let me just kind of give you an idea. Basically, you can run around levels. You can change your model. And by the way, they go off all eras, including the sequel trilogy. So, like, you could play as Kylo Ren in Jedi Academy, a game that came out in 2003. So just kind of keep that in mind. Also, like, you can spawn enemies, and like you can edit them for like what faction they are. And if players are on the opposite faction, they fight each other. So, like, one of my favorite things to do was just, like, spawn a bunch of people, like, on different sides and have them fight each other. Like, for example, like, I'd have, like, Kylo Ren fight Darth Vader, or just, like, you know, stormtroopers fighting clone troopers, or just kind of stuff like that, you know. It was just kind of really, really fun to play around with, honestly.
I definitely should look into that.
I think they started doing that with Halo Forge, so I gotta to jump into that one.
Yeah, Knights of the Force is pretty good. I believe it's multiplayer, so like, if we ever all get that up and running, we could actually do a pretty funny stream.
Oh yeah, it would basically be Star Wars Gary's mod, is what you're saying.
Not as big. Oh, that's another game we need to mess around in. Like, if we're gonna do like funny,
we just need to make a list of games we should collab on, because it's starting to pile up, like, for real.
We will do that.
But yeah, get like I could just see like Jared were playing Gary's mod. All of a sudden, Jared swoops down. He's wearing the black suit Superman skin. Like that's his player model is just black suit Henry.
And Nick is playing as Batman Beyond, and He's playing as John Constantine. No. My skin is Zack Snyder.
A little on the nose, but okay.
I'm actually doing Zack Snyder. He's got the Batman gauntlet.
Oh, and you literally have a gun. Like, you actually commissioned someone to make this in Gary mod. It's a gun that when you fire it says "Suck it, Warner Brothers."
Yes, that's the gun sound, and then it fires out Snyder Cut DVDs.
No. When it fires, it makes like it shows like the logo pops up, like the bang thing, and then it fires out the Snyder Cut Blu-rays.
Yeah, there you go. And then the gun sound is restored. Is either stuck at Warner Brothers or restore the Snyderverse?
It rotates like every other fire.
Rotates.
Like
That's good. I like that. I like that. Would be so.
I could solely see you commissioning a modder
Oh my
for that
gosh.
gun.
That would be so good. I want to get a 3D printer so I can 3D print a Zack Snyder action figure to put on my shelf. I know someone most likely has 3D modeled one. I just need the printer.
You know what you need to do? You need to like 3D print it. You need to like create a whole like blister pack, like create a whole Zack Snyder action figure thing, and then send it to Zack.
Mm-hmm.
He would love that.
I bet. But anyway, so you guys want to continue on with the show?
Shall we?
You know, I'm kind of feeling the need to chill.
Of course. That's what Nick always does. He's the shiller.
All right, everybody, chill.
Yeah.
Chill. So, Jared, if you could
I'm pulling it up right now. I'm pulling it up right now.
So, Jay, I don't know if you saw my update last night. Did you?
You were at over 1,053.
Oh, it's gotten a little bit higher since then. So, yep. So, I've had a few more donations, and I'm trying to delay things while I'm waiting for Jared to
Pause for dramatic effect. Pause for dramatic effect.
Only so many pauses, but yeah. Oh,
Here we go.
so we are within the last $200. We are 87% of the way there. So,
Sorry, I had to step out for a second. Holy shit!
I love that transition. Sorry, I had to step out for a second. Holy.
yeah, so we are $169 away from being funded.
It's a great.
You did this in under 2
Final
months.
countdown.
God, we are old.
Remember, this is within the first month, the first week of it being online.
Week and a half.
Week
let's
and a
say
half,
that.
but still, it's like, yeah, this is pretty cool.
Props to you guys, all of you. But seriously, you have to be a 90s kid if you remember Final Countdown. Maybe even an 80s kid.
Well,
I remember it. I remember it because in Arrested Development, that's what Joe played whenever he performed magic, or no,
That is true.
illusions.
That is
well,
true.
no, Final Countdown is an 80s song, so it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna let's do this final push. I want this week's Friday Night Frenzy to be a celebration stream of getting funded. We let's do this. It's go time. Let's do this final push. Both of the people in this panel are back, so they've done their duty. Duty. So thank you to you both. Thank you to Jared for being a super backer. Thank you to Jay Heat for just being plain awesome. So like, and as far as like just people you've gotten me so far, I am shocked. Like I was happy to end week 1 at 50%. Like that was like my goal. But wow. This has been just wow. But yeah, so let's get this.
What we need is for a drop the Owen Wilson wow.
Yes, we do. Wow.
And speaking of shill,
And by the way, real quick, this was me as soon as 2100 Samurai issue 3 was launched.
It will be mine. Oh yes, it will be mine.
you've been waiting for a special occasion on that one, haven't you?
Yes, I was waiting for the it's kind of funny. Whenever I go through to use a clip, I keep passing that one, and I'm like, one day I'll have an appropriate use for that.
And you know what you said to me before we started the launch stream?
What?
You use your best Mandalorian impression.
What did I do?
This is the way.
Oh, no. I know exactly what he's talking about. Actually, here, do you mind if I play that clip real quick?
That's what I'm trying to. I was trying to prompt. Yeah, I was trying to prompt you.
So here's the clip I played. So I told Nick, this is basically me, and this is the day we launched the stream. So I said, this is me to you, Nick.
You have something I want. You may think you have some idea what you are in possession of, but you do not.
And speaking of Shell, since we're all doing this, I'm just get it out of the way.
Oh yeah, are you going to show him what you just showed me?
Go ahead.
All right. Let me just pull it up right quick.
So to hype this was my idea when Jay Heat and I did our most recent episode of New Direction.
Which will definitely be up today.
And when I said this, Nick, Jay and I both said, I can't believe we haven't done this yet. So you ready?
All right.
So this is the next New Direction. Look at the title.
What?
We're doing What If Brian Michael Bendis Never Came to DC? We're calling it The Bendis Point.
His term, not mine.
Because here's the thing, which you have to realize, Bendis is not only Bendis on Superman, it was Teen Titans and his like Jinx line. We had Naomi, but also this is how like Kelly Sue DeConnick got into DC. He brought in all these other people. So his entering DC changed so much. So I was thinking about this. I'm like, do you have any idea the second and third order effects that taking away Bendis from DC has on DC? Most of the BS goes away. Look at Nick's face.
I'm sorry, but like, this whole idea gave me cancer. I have ass cancer because of this.
Sure you do.
Wait, you a Bendis fan, Nick?
Yeah. No, wait a second here.
I'm dying from cringe of just like it's just. I have ass cancer now, thanks to you guys.
No, but Nick, do you realize that the last 10 years of DC that we've been complaining about doesn't happen if Bendis doesn't come to DC?
No, I get it. Just the whole Bendis is coming, Bendis point.
Oh, it brought back a lot of
Bendis is leaving. You know what they did that was super stupid? Marvel tried to copy this with King in Black, except what they did was they had a one-page ad, white drippy font, Null is coming. Look at this face. Literally, it is the most cringy thing in the world. Like, no one actually thought about this ad campaign.
This is not my best thumbnail, but this needs to be discussed.
I'm just waiting for this topic to be over. Like, I'm giving you this time because I like you guys. So
back to this, but yeah. So this is coming, people.
Samurai is coming.
Oh man!
Come on, let's get Nick Prosser waiting.
That'll be the ad for in Athena for your books, Nick. It'll be what Screecher's coming, and then it'll have like a picture of Screecher.
And
it'll be in the same font and color as the Bendis is coming ad, except it won't inspire fear like that one does. I love Nick's face. Look at that. I love that face. He's imagining all these different ways to kill me right about now.
Well, I hope the ass cancer doesn't kill me first.
But anyway, so Nick, congratulations on 2100 Samurai being like almost funded. Like it's awesome.
Almost there.
Is this roughly how fast issue 2 took to get funded?
No, issue 2 actually didn't get funded until the end of week 3.
Oh.
And I was only going for $1,000 with that one.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. See, the thing is, I really didn't really kind of come into my own until like the launch of issue 2 because, like kind of looking back on my comic career, like I released Project Access 2020, that thing. I kind of fell feet first into actually being successful. I got $1,000 from that one. And then I tried to do Turn Samurai Issue 1 later that year, and that thing just kind of went tits up because of like personnel problems. Managed to actually salvage it and get it out there, and then so that was basically my 2021. 2022, I went and did Turn Samurai Issue 2, and that was like my big kind of like, yeah. So back to the project. Let's get this going, guys. I believe in you.
Awesome. So, news. I mean, there's not that much news to talk about.
There is one thing though.
Yeah.
So, roughly about 2 hours ago, it was announced that the European Union has approved the Activision Blizzard Microsoft buyout. Basically, all that remains, the last remaining holdout, is the UK like the CMA. I guess it's like somewhat like a regulatory body. I'm not really too up on like how all that works. They denied the deal. Whether there's some renegotiation, which probably might happen, it's kind of a big question mark. We can all speculate, but until things are announced and official, we don't know. But the European Union approved the deal, which is huge. That's a huge thing in and of itself. As much, I think we need to prepare for the fact that as much as I can't speak for you guys, as much as I and possibly the other two people on this panel don't want it to happen, it's looking like it probably will.
No.
Yeah, we need that job.
Yes,
No.
They did that in the Lego game. It's like a door closes on Darth Vader, and all of a sudden you hear that exact no.
So, what are your guys' thoughts on the Activision Blizzard merger deal?
It could lead to some more cool exclusives coming to Xbox, or at least some talent coming to Xbox, which is appreciative because lately they've been screwing the pooch.
Yeah, I kind of wonder like how is this going to affect, because like Blizzard has been really doing badly. For one thing, this is going to get Bobby Kotick out of the picture, which he's a grade A scumbag. In fact, he's in Epstein's little black book, by the way.
Ooh.
So yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna remind people of like the celebrities that were in Epstein's black book. I'm never gonna drop that.
Yep.
So
no reason not to.
Also, Epstein didn't kill himself.
Nice one.
Mm-hmm. So, Jay Heat, what are your thoughts on like the whole Activision Blizzard Microsoft thing?
I am not surprised because they've kind of been like two of the same entity for the longest time. So I'm not.
I mean, no. I mean, Activision Blizzard being bought up by Microsoft. Sorry, I misspoke.
Oh, okay. It's a good power move, all things considered. It's a good power move.
Yeah. If you want to like take a tag from that angle, yeah, for sure. But my thing is like, how is it like? Is it good for the industry? Is it good for people, consumers? But as far as like a business deal, yeah, it's pretty cunning. For that, I agree with you.
I agree.
Yeah, so we kind of got this news topic out of the way. Let's go into the meat and potatoes of things. Like for example, because this is a PG-13 live stream, I get one F-bomb. So, thus, why the fuck are games $70?
Wait. Not just that. Incomplete games.
Because they know they can just crap DLC and make more money on top of it.
It's not only that. It's like games that don't work. $70.
Yeah, so basically just kind of to set the stage for this discussion, basically games are starting to tiptoe to our $70. A lot of the Sony games are $70. Nintendo's starting to do this, like Tears of the Kingdom was $70 for some stupid reason. I mean, well, not stupid, but like, and basically it's kind of divided gaming fans into three camps. There are the people who are really against it, such as myself, the shills who defend their precious game consoles at any point, and the people who make too much money to really even give a shit. You know. So I kind of want to address the second portion, and I had them on the middle finger for this very purpose. I'm so glad we're doing this on my channel, not yours.
Get out of your system, buddy. Get it out of your system.
Yeah, like even though like I curse, I do try to limit it, which is why like PG-13 allowed one F-bomb, you know. But yeah, and plus we're like half an hour in, so it's like yeah, the one F-bomb is fine. Anyway, basically a lot of the defenses that the shills use is stuff like inflation. Games have been $60 for a long. So basically, we're gonna itemize this list. We're going to attack each of the main defenses. We're going to talk about inflation. We're going to talk about like the rising cost of game development. And then we're going to talk about, but have you seen those gaming ads from the 90s? And look how much they cost. You know. So yeah, those are the kind of the main points. So first off, we're going to talk about the inflation angle. So yeah, of course, a $50, $60 PS2 game is obviously going to cost more when you factor in inflation. I think that's kind of a stupid argument. What are your guys' thoughts?
You could go into the economic factor, but at the end of the day, it's still DLC. Why take the extra time to put everything in one go when you can ride out the momentum with DLC? Not
only that, but like patches. But like we'll get into that. We'll get into that portion in like the next prong. I'm just talking about inflation for right now.
Okay, inflation, that's mostly factors like an economy and diminishing returns. I do say $70 for new titles is a bit much. I feel like what we had previously with $60 tier was a good statistic, was a good highball. But if inflation keeps going the way that it is, I wouldn't be surprised if we reach 75 or even $80 within the next 2 years.
The thing is, with as bad as inflation is, here's the thing though. The more you raise game prices, the less people are able to buy them. That's the thing, and you can't like this is still something that a lot of people don't understand. You can't run an economy just solely off basing it off of rich people and off of middle class people. You have to have stuff that like lower income people can afford because they're consumers too. And it used to be up until like I'd say like by the time the PS4 came about, it used to be that when a new game console came out, the old console would become like the bargain system. It would become like. You don't really see that much anymore.
You don't.
You know, like the PS2, like hung around for a long time afterwards. Like this is where it really was in full flower. Like you know, but yeah. So like the second prong is gaming development costs are costing more and whatnot, which is true. But at this as far as the game development costs rising, but here's the other factor. Gaming is now more profitable than ever has been because of microtransactions, because of DLC. You know, I'm gonna go full boomer on you for a moment. I'm the old man in this stream, so I get to do that.
Jeez, you are ancient, Nick.
Fuck off, fuck off.
Roll the clip.
I don't have that clip.
I need to send it to you. But back, all right, let me just kind of roll my lips.
He's actually doing it.
Back in my day when my knees worked.
Let me cook. Back in my day, Sonny, when you bought a full game, when you bought a game on the PlayStation 2, when you bought a game on the Nintendo GameCube or Microsoft Xbox, or the Sega Dreamcast, you bought a complete game. It was out there. No microtransactions, no on this DLC. and you paid $50 for a game that was like the only game you got for the whole year, and you liked it. All right.
That was great. I love that.
I'm no longer an old man.
Oh, you suddenly aged down 2 years. Okay.
Oh, it's like I was John Kent there for a moment. I aged up, and now eventually I'm gonna age back.
Oh, geez. Yeah, Heavy is gonna show up in the comments any second now.
Yes. Even though we're pre-recording this and not actually live,
guarantee you it's gonna happen.
It's gonna reach through space and time. How the comment section is gonna light up, even though we're pre-recording. Like Tevye is an interdimensional being.
No, somehow we're gonna get a live comment right now.
Somehow Tevye returned.
It's all right. We love you, Tevye. It's all good. It's all in good fun, brother.
Super Sons.
But okay, it's like it's become the
new
new
time.
No, Nick. That's become the new one of us. Super Sons.
Wonder Bat.
Actually, it's like
I love running. I love having the control to remove the. I can even remove the host of the show. This is awesome.
You're on thin ice, Jared. You're on thin ice.
You know I can play your clip that I made for you.
So, special announcement. The Super Slow Screen Bros is now going to be solely hosted by me and Jay Heat.
Where'd you have all these graphics?
And to commemorate the occasion, Wonder Bat.
But remember, Nick, if it's just you and Jay Heat, where are you going to get all these graphics?
I will fight in the shade.
That doesn't make any sense. What does that have to do with fighting in the shade?
Because like the background is going to be black.
No, it's not. The background looks like this when there's no background. Hang on. Oh yeah, it does look like black. Okay, there you go. Or there's also this.
Also, it's like fighting in the shade. It's like 300. You know, like it's like a reference to like, oh, what are you gonna do? We'll fight in the shade.
Yeah.
I can't believe you didn't get my reference.
No, I did, but I'm like, what does that have to do with this? But anyway, back to this.
back to let's walk away from Jared's.
But here's the thing, Nick.
Egregious misuse of power.
Hey, you're the one that wanted to host this on my StreamYard. But anyway, the thing about this is that Jay Heat and I encounter this in the comic book industry all the time because it's like they're starting to charge more and more money for one thing, less quality product, but also for like you're now almost having to spend $10 on like a 10-page comic book.
Yeah, nobody's gonna pay that. Nobody will.
Nobody, and exactly to your point, Nick. Eventually, I feel like the video game industry is going to hit a ceiling where, in other words, the bubble is going to pop because they keep increasing these sales. Eventually, they're going to lose the audience that was able to buy them.
See, and the problem, and then the other problems are mostly even your, and then here's the problem even with your hardcore gamers, like the backlog. Like most gamers have like a backlog of games like a mile wide. They'll just be like, okay, I don't want to buy this game that's $70. I literally have 30 games that I still need to play.
30 like, complete games.
Oh, trust me, you don't want to see my Steam page of like games that are completed. Trust me.
No, what I mean by that is 30 games that when they launched came with pretty much everything.
Yeah, but that's not really the kind of the point I'm trying to make in this particular instance. Mm-hmm. There's so many games that they haven't even played. They're like, oh, I'll just chew down my backlog, and that's not even getting into emulation. Like literally, I have enough games on this very computer that if I never bought another game ever again, I still would not get through all the games that I have on my computer.
Yeah, what the gaming industry doesn't realize is that with all the advances that the gaming community has made, like emulation and all that stuff, they're no longer essential to get games that you haven't played before because you can just emulate games now.
Yeah, like my thing is, I wait for games to go on sale. Like for example, I bought Resident Evil 2 because it was $10. I waited for Spider-Man to go on to I bought it for $32. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of these games that I don't agree with like their big price, I wait until it's a sale that like Cyberpunk. I got it for $30. You know, like I wait. Like I'm more than willing to wait a year.
I think
2
you
years.
edged out on that one because Cyberpunk went through a lot of bugs when it first came out and the delays. But here's what I would do.
Fair enough, but like Spider-Man, waiting a few years. Like for example, I've seen enough of Resident Evil 4 to know, like, yeah, I'm probably gonna want to play that game. I'm gonna wait a few years for it to go down in price because, well, yeah.
Here's what I would do. I would do same day streaming or co-platform, same day, or at the very least get your high price out the way with pre-owning. That way, when the main game sells, you have two catalogs. You have physical copies and you have streaming.
What are you talking about? Like, I don't know how this relates to what we were talking about. Like, I'm talking about like
$70 video games. Like
but like I'm trying to go for specific points here. Please stay on topic.
Okay.
Like we're tackling individual issues. You're kind of just jumping all over the place. So please, kind of pay attention. But yeah. So like the problem is, they're saying like, oh, games cost more to develop and whatnot. Like we're talking about like the microtransactions and whatnot. And then the other thing is, these games are releasing broken. Like Jared kind of mentioned that. Like for example, Jedi Survivor recently came out and it runs like ass on PC, and we're seeing that more and more and more. And I know the argument is, oh, PCs have so many configurations, it's hard to optimize. It has never really been that big of an issue to release really good, like competent gaming ports on PC until the last few years. Now they do raise the argument of like QA and testing, but that's just more game companies cheaping out, not wanting to put in the time to actually make it right. That's not the issue is not, oh, there's all these different SKUs of gaming PCs. It's the issue is these companies not wanting to put in the time.
Because what they could do, okay, I get it. Yes, there are a lot of configurations. Make it work well for the basis configuration that you can do, because most configurations can still run like at the lowest settings. At least make sure the game runs well. Then you can start adding in support for the other, for like the more high-end stuff.
Yeah. So I think we kind of exhausted this second prong. So the third prong is like, oh, have you seen the N64 prices back in the day?
All right.
Jay, you want to pay attention to this graphic.
Okay.
Behold. I'm gonna lower this so we can see Jay Heat. There you go.
Yeah, is there a way that you can zoom in?
Let me see. I could do that.
All right. Yeah. So take on like this is from 1997, by the way. So kind of keep that in mind. So everyone kind of brings up the N64 prices. If you could scroll down a little bit, I want them to see Doom 64. Yeah. So like these game prices are expensive, but go take a look at the PS1 games right next to it. Like look how much.
$20?
Yeah, and it's like even the most expensive like PS1 games are like $55. See, the difference between that is production costs. So these N64 games were released on cartridges, whereas PS1 games released on disc. Like I think the average cost production of an N64 game back then was $10. $10 just to produce the game, versus like the average cost production for PS1 game was about $1. And the other thing is, N64 carts were only made in Japan. Well, PS1 carts, if we're talking about America, produced not only in Japan but in several places across America. So you got the economies of scale, all that stuff. And everyone brings up the N64 games, which, yeah, they did get expensive, that's just more because of extra components. Like, you know, I was a PS1 gamer during this time, so that's more what I paid attention to. And all they're accurate. Like, this is what I saw every week.
And by the way, can I say one thing? Look at this graphic. There's one price here that blows my mind. May I show it?
Of course.
$150 for a console? That's it? What the hell? An Xbox costs like $2,000, and you're telling me you could buy a game console back then for $150?
Yep.
Yep.
The heck is going on here with these scammers?
I mean, hell, 2 years later, both these consoles will be discounted $99.
Like those were the good days. Those were the good days.
And you know what's kind of funny? People have done cost analyses. The Xbox does not cost $2,000 to produce.
Wait,
none of these consoles cost like none of these consoles cost like this exorbitant amount of money to produce.
See, most consoles are sold for like a slight loss. Like, if I remember correctly, the PS3 at launch cost $900 to produce. So, like, that's something to also kind of keep, like this is a bit of a tangent. It's not related to this topic at all, but I just want to talk about it real quick. Like, people balked at, like, the $599, $699 cost of the PS3 when it launched. But, like, Sony was still taking a couple $100 loss on that console. Like, that is how insane the PS3 was. You know, just wanted, like, quick aside there. But yeah. And then just look at, like, this is 97, and look at, like, you know, like, kind of scroll down the bottom, and, like, they're still advertising Genesis games. You know, Super Nintendo games for $20. I was talking about, like, the old system was, like, the bargain system. This is exactly what I mean. The fact that, like, a quarter of the space was dedicated towards advertising last-gen games.
It's the same thing with the Xbox because you, back in the day, back in my day, see, it's like I got a like Battlefront 2 and like Halo 1 for like ridiculously cheap, like practically $5 level.
Yeah. Jiggy, what are your thoughts on this?
Again, you still had the bargain system, and I think they stopped the bargain system, you know, with promoting the previous console model. I think they stopped like the late 2000s, early 2010s.
Yeah, definitely.
And it just goes to show, like, this structure, this business model worked for a very long time. This worked for almost 20 years. And I don't know why they're not still doing that now, because, again, Xbox 360, PS3, Xbox One, PS4, they're not that old. If anything, they're just crapping out one product to the next, and they're just not taking that into account.
And by the way, the Xbox Series X is the exact same console as the Xbox One, only it's differently shaped.
I think
true.
I think the reason why is back then, it would be just like, oh, you stop making games for the old console and just like still have the old products on the shelf at discounted price. But nowadays, people are expecting like, you know, multi-console releases. It worked during the PS2 days because here's kind of like the unique factors that really helped, because the PS2 has similar specs to the Wii. So basically what they did is they could create a current gen version and a last gen version. And that last gen version you can put on the PS2, the PSP, because the PSP was similar enough that like, and the Wii. And that was an insanely profitable, like that's why like say take Force Unleashed for example. You know, like there's like you literally had two, like obviously you had variations, but there was essentially two different versions. You had the current gen and the last gen version of those games.
Yes.
Which Jared J Heat kind of talk. I'm gonna go grab something.
Of course he is. There you go. But yeah, I mean, it just astounds me because really, when you think about it, a lot of this pricing that we see today is a scam ultimately.
To an extent, I'll give you that. To an extent.
And you want to know how much of a freaking nerd I am?
Sure.
Get the clip ready.
So I mentioned Force Unleashed. Okay. right, let me just turn off the blur.
And then I have something to show you, Nick.
So what I have here are the PS3 version of Force Unleashed and the PSP version of Force.
Nerd! I'll be right back. You guys talk now. Speaking of Force Unleashed.
So yeah, Force Unleashed. These are two very separate versions. Obviously in the presentation and whatnot, but this is just this is a current gen version.
Yes.
And this was on PS3, Xbox 360, PC. By the way, I also own Force Unleashed Ultimate Sith Edition on Steam. So, is that the collector edition?
Steelbook, baby. Inside, it even comes with a Star Killer lithograph.
Oh dear, we're just Force Unleashed fans.
That game's awesome.
Then the PSP,
and it does come in a Steelbook collector's edition.
And then Disney happened.
Yeah. And then the PSP version is the last gen version. This one was on PS2, Wii, and then the PSP. Now, all three of those versions are slightly different. I will say probably my favorite version of the Force Unleashed is probably the PSP version because it has a lot of really cool extras. You can actually go through certain scenarios, like the Empire Strikes Back fight with Darth Vader. You can do the beginning. There's a lot of really cool extra battles on here. This is something you don't really see that often. Where all these versions of Force Unleashed have different little things on them. The Wii version has a versus mode on it. But yeah, this is the version that I played the most. You all know me; I'm a huge PSP fan. So, honestly,
even in this, I think you can play Hoth and Tatooine, and by Tatooine, Episode 4 Tatooine, you can fight Boba Fett and Obi-Wan's ghost. You can play on the Jedi
fight Luke.
Yeah, you can fight and then turn Luke to the dark side. Not only that, you can go to the Jedi Temple and do the trials.
Yeah, also with this one, and they also have a lot of exclusive levels where you go back to the Jedi Temple. But yeah, the Ultimate Sith Edition had the extra DLC on it.
And every single skin. That's where the meme of evil C-3PO with the red lightsaber comes from.
Yeah, it's really great. I missed all those extra skins and whatnot. By
the way, we ought to do an episode of all the special collector's editions of games we have gotten.
I don't have too many of them, but I just quick aside. Remember Spider-Man the movie game for PlayStation 2 for the first movie?
Oh, yeah, that was a good game.
So do you remember how you could play as Mary Jane?
Wait, what?
Yeah, in the Sam Raimi games.
Yeah. In that,
wow.
But also that changed your player model in the cutscenes. So I don't know if you played the game, but at the very end.
I know where this is going.
Spider-Man kisses Mary Jane. So if you actually have the Mary Jane skin on, it's the Mary Jane on Mary Jane accent, and
multiverse, I guess.
And that actually caused controversy and that it actually got banned in Saudi Arabia and other really homophobic
well, what the heck?
It's one of those things where it's I'm pretty ssure the devs were we did not think of that.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm you didn't think this would be a bad idea? How about one cutscene where it doesn't change the person's skin?
Especially in 2002, where a lot of people were still homophobic at the time.
Yeah. No. This is beyond homophobic, dude. Do you realize it's the same person making out with herself? That's the weird part. That's the even weirder part here.
I'm pretty sure Rick and Morty did something very similar, so I don't know.
I'm just going to say this, and we're all going to die from cringe. And twins!
Oh, no.
Oh my god, I gotta double kill! Double kill. Double elimination.
I almost played the Barack Obama clip, but I'm not going to do that. But here's how I would rate all your little jokes that you just made, Nick.
Crap, mega crap.
I will take that with honor.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's a certain.
Wait, no, wait.
Right
One
now.
more. Here's Nick.
Please clap.
We're gonna get some heat for that one.
Hey, it's not my show. I do not endorse whatever Nick just said. I swear to you that Comics League does not endorse what Nick said. Luckily, it's not my logo up here. So if it affects one of our brands, I'm glad it's not mine.
You messed with one of us. You messed with all of us.
No, actually, in this case, you mess with one of us. You do mess with one of us.
Excuse me a moment.
By the way, I need to get that clip from Spider-Man 1.
Yes, you do. Oh, what you also need is the clip from Spider-Man 3. It's not about you. It's about me.
Also, I need to get the We Are Team Flash thing.
Yes. You're not Flash. We are.
Actually, no. You need to get that clip whenever like we talk about like a really cringy like thing, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh. So, we've been talking about like games not being a good value for the money. Let's kind of end it on a more positive note, and let's talk about like our top 5 games that we do consider to be a good value for the money. So like we're talking like games where you get like a lot of game for your money, like bang for your buck.
Or at least they give you stuff for free afterwards, so it's like you're still getting a lot of stuff. Because in that case, GTA 5. Because here's the thing: yes, you can buy stuff, but they still give you enough of the capability to still earn money without. You could get as high level as anyone else without even going to the store.
As a person who has over 500 hours in GTA 5, most of that online, Jared, you are 1,000% correct.
Yeah.
So while GTA 5 does have very egregious microtransactions, it actually is pretty generous with like ways to earn money. Like you got to grind, but it's actually not like you got to play it hard, but it's not that hard to earn money and get stuff in the game. You just got to be like decently dedicated, you know.
Plus, they give you the ability to like earn more with like gambling and such. But the point is, they give you the capability to earn it without even going to the store. And I like it when games do that. So another one that I think near and dear to my heart is Halo. Because yeah, I mean they gave you like yes, they had DLC, but you still got a complete game. You still got all the maps. The maps were still good enough that you could still have a complete Halo experience without picking up any DLC. It just added to it. It didn't improve it. That's what they need. That's what you need to understand. It's fine. A game is still considered complete if they give you DLC, as long as it doesn't. I mean, it could still like improve it, but as long as it's not like they're putting important game like repairs in the DLC.
Well, the thing is, might as well. All right, gotta roll the gums. Back in my day, we didn't have no fancy DLC. We had expansion packs. We bought a game. We had a great time, and then 6 months later, they did an expansion pack. And what we did is we went into the store, we bought the box, we put the box away, we put the disc on our computer, and we installed the expansion pack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and expansion, it's like I'm trying to think of like for example, like a lot of the stuff you see in Bethesda games, and this is actually one thing that I actually do commend Bethesda for, is their DLC is actually pretty fair.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get back to your stuff, but like if you look at like the DLC for like Fallouts and like the Skyrims, they're basically just expansion packs. Like they're basically like the old expansions of old.
Which I'm fine with that.
Yeah, so you got 2 games down. What's the other 3?
Force Unleashed Ultimate Sith Edition, because the amount of skins and other like missions you get, and you still get the complete game too. That's a key thing. You still get the regular game, but you also get other stuff in there. And then I would have to say probably screw it. I'm saying Injustice, because it gives you Injustice 2 specifically, because it has this thing called the multiverse system, where basically every day it gives you new challenges that you could do. And these can range from complete a match without getting hit, fight a super powerful like character, and like make it through, and they'll give you loot for your character. I mean, yeah, they still have some microtransactions, but it's very, very limited. Then my last one, honestly, not Call of Duty, because they've gotten really egregious with that. I would have to say probably, what's my 5th game that gives you the bang for buck? I got original Battlefront 2. Because the amount of stuff they cram in that game, and fun fact, when I installed it for on my Xbox Series X, they gave you bonus maps and characters to play as. Like, you could play as Kit Fisto and Asajj Ventress.
You know what's really ironic? You said Battlefront 2 for the original Xbox?
Original Xbox.
Okay, then I thought you meant like the more recent version, but okay. Jay Heat, what are your top 5 bang for the buck games?
Oh, actually, honorable mention, Arkham Knight.
Okay.
Because you could do so much in that game.
Arkham Knight, Arkham City, Dragon Ball Xenoverse, because they're still adding DLC to this day with the new movie. Two more. Spider-Man PS5, well, Spider-Man PS4, and hopefully Spider-Man 2.
All right, pretty good. So for me, I mentioned the Bethesda games. I'm just gonna single out Fallout New Vegas, because I freaking love that game. Whoever started a Let's Play channel, that is definitely on that list. Let's see here. So I've been probably saying No Man's Sky, because there's so much to do in that game, and they're releasing free updates for it. GTA 5, that's number 3. Let's see here. I think I would probably say like mostly any Pokemon game. Oh, Pokemon game, because like there's so much to do. And lastly, Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Oh my god, I love Breath of the Wild so much, and I'll probably pick up Tears of the Kingdom at some point. It's just I don't really support like the $70 launch price for Nintendo games, so I'm not gonna buy it at launch. I might buy it sometime later, like probably once it hits pre-owned. Like I can get it pre-owned for like $60-$50. Because like I just don't want to support the $70 price increase, especially for Nintendo games.
Fair enough. That works for me.
Fair enough.
So yeah. Let's do final thoughts. I've done enough promo for myself, so all right, guys. We'll be going with Jay Heat first, and then Jared. Just kind of say where can people find you, what you got going on, and then anything you want to just chill for a moment. That now's your opportunity. Jay Heat, go right ahead.
As for me, hold on, let me put my webcam back on for this. There we go. As for me, new direction episode with Comics Lead, that should be coming up right about now by the time this goes live. And also I will be uploading Batman Telltale Series episode 4. That will be coming out sometime today, if not early tomorrow morning. And you can find me at JJHeat75 on Twitter, JHeatBlaze on YouTube. And like, comment, subscribe, and I had a great time, Nick. Thank you for having me.
Yes, you are the third host of this, so we hope to see more of you and whatnot. So join us on the Jared, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. I'm surprised you forgot about the one who actually opens up his StreamYard. But for me, I just have a video out right now, in depth explaining the Martha scene from Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice. So I go through what the scene actually means if you actually think about it. Yeah, exactly.
Why did you say that name?
No, I actually brought in clips. I started doing this now, where I started doing a series where I take scenes from specific movies and I break them down. But I actually have like the scene playing too. I feel like that like helps for backup.
Are you doing it as a short?
No, it's not short. It's an actual 10-minute video breaking it down.
You should do like a 60-second version as a short. That'd do numbers.
I could. I'm thinking of doing more shorts, but my friend Britt and I are doing our series on the new 52 and Super Wonder, talking about like all the lies that have been advanced about that whole era of DC. Indie Wednesday, I'm talking about Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman's Vanish, fantastic creative team from the Venom run with Null and the King in Black, so it's like all awesome. And UTC, I'm still thinking about what I want to cover this week. And tomorrow, and by tomorrow I mean Tuesday because we record this on Monday, is the episode of Justice League where we talk about the Metamorpho arc. And next week will be the live season finale of Justice League before we start covering season 2 of Justice League on my channel and season 2 of Avatar: The Last Airbender on Nick's channel. Should be super fun.
I'm so excited. Oh my god. I can't wait for you to meet Azula and like see all her craziness, and then, oh my god, you're gonna love Toph. You're gonna love Toph. Oh my gosh, like I can't wait till we get to the episode, the Blind Bandit where Toph premieres. Oh my god,
don't spoil it, man.
just the way they present it, like there might be some WWE memes thrown in. That's just
god. Of course.
Oh,
of course.
Yes. Yes. So. Oh my god. But yeah, there's so many good episodes in season 4. Like, oh my god, when you meet like May and Ty Lee, the library episode. And there will be times when you cry, especially some stuff dealing with one of our favorite animals. And then Tales from Ba Sing Se will hit you like a freaking freight train. Jared J. knows exactly what I'm referencing in that episode.
It's technically a filler arc, but man, the character moments carry it.
Yeah, especially that one moment. Leaves from the vine,
hanging so slow.
Yeah. Let's just. I don't want to ruin it for Jared, but like, oh dear God, yeah. You trust me. If you thought you were a fan of Avatar at the end of season 1, Jared, you have no idea.
You're not ready. You are not.
You have no idea how much of a fan you're gonna be, and then like seasons, and then like the book 3 Fire is somehow even better than that. I'm telling you, Jared, you have no idea how good this show gets.
Stop spoiling it, and maybe I'll understand.
I'm not spoiling it. I'm hyping you up.
I already know.
All right.
The animal we love, it's either Appa or the lemur. Something happens to Appa or the lemur.
Who knows?
Who knows?
But
all
anyway,
right. Let's cut this off before I give up the pooch.
Before Nick spoils it again. All right, old man, wrap us up.
All right. So this has been Nick from the Phoenix Press, and remember, Wonder Bat is canon.
Excelsior.
Not according to Zach